Hello, so in this run I'm going to be playing Holy Warrior. I'm going to be taking Reavers, Vengeful Weapon, and Reckless Charge. I'm going to be playing on hard mode, starting in the woods, and have Infinitum, Synthisis and Meta Progress on for card packs. So now that's all set up, let's begin. So we're going to take our gold, start straight into an opportunity, which is the one that gives the compassionate talent, which is quite nice for this run considering what I'm thinking of doing. Another opportunity, and we're going to use that as a chance to remove one of our blocks. And then into our first fight, and we shouldn't have any problem against Corrupted Tuskbore. So we're just going to hang fire on this turn. We want to make full use of that frenzy healing. So Reckless Charge to start, that activates our frenzy. I'm going to play the Surge, and then the Reavers to heal, and then in turn. Okay, we're going to take a bit of damage, and we're going to play the Surge here, and then we're going to hold our energy so we can get better frenzy activation turns. So we're going to use Reckless Charge, get that damage, get those upgrades on it, use the Reavers for healing, and then play the Surge for energy and healing as well. So we're not really too worried about this boar. Reckless Charge heals again, Surge before we finish it off with a Reaver for the heal. Nice and easy. Right. I think we consider taking the stand your ground, but ultimately decide not to. And then onto the Stinging Spider, which provides us nice frenzy activators because it applies poison. So Reckless Charge, get those upgrades. Healing, waiting for frenzy, surpassing. Reckless Charge again, use Reavers for the heal, Surge for healing and energy. Got free frenzy activation this turn, so we're just going to finish off with the healing from Reavers. And even though we're not using the adaptations, I think we pick up Blood Quench here as a free frenzy activator. So opportunity time. I almost always go for the one on the left. We're going to go for the fight rather than the rare card. And we're going to Reckless Charge, and then Surge, and then use the Reavers to heal. So it's all fairly standard play at the moment, nothing too exciting. Activation for Blood Quench, frenzy activation, and then Reavers to heal again. And again, Blood Quench. We don't really need the gold energy, so may as well take the least damage we can. And then double Reavers after a Surge to finish. So guidance, direction, potential cards, but a legendary ancient whetstone I just think is unresistible at this point. So we take the whetstone. Okay, another opportunity. I go for creating a red potion for healing. First draw of Ancient Whetstone. It applies a bit slow. That's going to get worse as time goes on, but it's can be for big upgrades later. So we've got Reckless Charge for the Frenzy activation, and double Reavers. And then end turn. Reckless Charge. I thought it was going to be Blood Quench then, but Reckless Charge came out. And a free upgrade because it didn't do any damage back to us. So I think here we consider Quick Recovery. Because of what we're planning on doing later. Do we stagger? But I think actually we pass on it. Decide if we need it later, we can take it later. So we're going to remove our block. And then fight the Direwolf. It's Reckless Charge. It's the only thing, because the Direwolf has evasion on subsequent turns, we might not get the Reckless Charge out. Might not be able to land a hit, and yeah, we're going to Blood Quench for Frenzy activation. And yeah. Yeah, I think we just take the healing from our Reavers here, even though we won't hit. Okay, Reckless Charge again, even though it's not, that was a bit of a mistake because it didn't hit, didn't give us a Frenzy activation. Fell into the same trap I did when recording this actually, in the voiceover. Right, so Blood Quench, yeah, Surge of Strength, Reavers to heal. No, we pass. Okay, we go for Test of Faith here to heal, and then Reavers to finish with healing as well. Consider barbarism but passed. So now we're going to take on the Bandit Ambusher. So we've got 3 Frenzy activation from the poison. But we have also got a Reckless Charge there. So we'll use Reckless Charge for the upgrades on it. That gives us a achievement we haven't got yet. I've not played a lot on Steam, that's why. Right, so we're going for the Reavers for the 3 Frenzy activation, for the Frenzy activation from poison, and then Surges to heal up, which may get interrupted. Yeah, we do. So here comes out the thing. So he's going to Reckless Charge for its free upgrade without taking any damage from it, and level up. And Edict to Life is very nice here. That's kind of what we're going for. We're not going for adaptations, so don't need Forge Adept, don't need Vanguard, Duplicity probably not. Forgery, probably not going to bother with that. I think we decide there's nothing worth copying. An objection, nope, so it's Edict of Life. And then I think this is a pass on all those. We could go ahead, actually, we pull from fire, but that's not really what we're going for, so yeah, we'll just leave it. Right. And Surge. Surge its thing. The Raven's a little bit annoying because it evades. We're trying to save our energy for healing. So we get Frenzy Activation with Blood Quench. Unfortunately it draws Reckless Charge, which is a bit disappointing because that means we can't upgrade it. But we play Reavers for healing anyway. And then Reckless Charge this turn, which is going to finish it off and get an upgrade without taking any damage. It's nice when that happens, when you finish an enemy off with it, because you get the upgrade if it's on ambush, but you don't take the damage from it, which is kind of what you're going for with that. I mean, we do have a plan with it, which is to swap it onto something else later. You'll find out what that is in a bit. And we consider take the hit here, but it's kind of not exactly what we're going for, so yeah, we take it. I can't remember if I mean to transmute that up or not, but because the thing is, once you've used take the hit, you've got a free frenzy activation there, because it's a stagger as long as the enemy hits you. Take the Reckless Charge does a fair bit of damage to us, but we can heal back up from it. I think this is the point when we start looking how many upgrades it's got before playing it. Just because now here I think we make a mistake because we use the thing for getting out of the slow, the Blood Quench, and unfortunately that means we end up not being able to play Reavers. So I play the Surge and then a Potion, just to get rid of the Potion really. So we've got 3 Frenzy Activation from the Poison here. We're going to use that to activate our Reavers, play our Reavers, and then I think take the hits for the Stagger. I'm not sure we needed to because I think no, we don't have a dazed here, so the Stagger comes in handy. But we're going to finish with Reckless Charge anyway for the upgrades. Now Quick Recovery is nice here, but we go for Twin Strike instead for the double basic attack. Okay, onto the zone boss. This should be quite nice because, well, we may get interrupted, but we get quite a lot of frenzy activation. We're going to take the hit and then Reavers. So we're playing take the hit, that means that we, well, for one, we can't get interrupted while we've got it up, but 2, we get more frenzy activation, so we're going to go Reckless Charge for the upgrades, Surge, and then Reavers. We're not a huge number of actions a turn deck, so actually this boss is not so bad. So we get 3 frenzy activation here from the Poison and the Stagger. I think we consider we pass on Reckless Charge, play a Surge, and then play a double basic attack with Twin Strike. I think we're a little bit worried about the amount of damage that Reckless Charge is going to do to us. So, Blood Quench, didn't really need to because our Frenzy was already active, but we did. And then Reavers, and Surge. Okay, Reavers, Surge, Surge, Reavers. And that nice increase of health from Edict of Life, padding out at max HP, meaning that we're always healing pretty consistently. So we're going to go Reavers here for 1 basic attack, and nice healing again. That's the thing with Reavers and Edict of Life, your health, max health, you never heal up the missing portion of max health you've got missing. So you're always healing for the same amount, it only gets bigger and bigger. So we don't take any of the rewards here. None of them are what we're after, and we're not really after transmuting any of them. Trying to commerce, but again, not really anything we want to transmute up. So that's just pass. And then finish out the Canto by removing a basic attack at the campfire. And onward to Brightcandle. Yeah, so it's a really quick Brightcandle. We don't need the Alchemist, really. We don't need the blacksmith, we're not upgrading, we're not transmuting, we're not removing basic attacks that much yet. So simply just passing through, we'll speak to the console and then get on our way. And on we go, and we're going to go to the Eastern Blightwoods. Okay, so here we are in the Blightwoods, and we start with an opportunity. And it's the bear trap. And we can afford to get rid of a Reavers, so we get rid of it. Another opportunity. And it's an ambush this time. Crimson Tracker, so he can evade. We're going to start with a take the hit, I think. Nope, Surge. Blood Quench and then take the hit, and then he can't interrupt us now. We're going to go for a nice Twin Strike. So that's the thing, because he can't hit us, he can't interrupt us. Didn't need it, but it's nice to transfer the damage done into stagger. We're going to Reckless Charge him, which we can do because he's not got evasion up. Surge and use the Frenzy activation to play another Reaver and heal. So the slow's come into effect. That slow's starting to get a little bit annoying. So we could Blood Quench here, but that would mean we wouldn't necessarily have the energy to play the Reavers. So just going to play the Surges. That was a bit of a mistake. There wasn't really a right thing to do there that round. Probably going to get interrupted anyway, so. But we're going to Reckless Charge again because he's not got his evasion up. And that'll just finish it off nicely. And we're going to pass on that. I'm going to use Weapon Power for the first time and go up against Daisy. So you can Surge. Take the hit, and we're going to save our energy, I think. Can't get pinned this round because we can't get hit. So here we go, Reckless Charge. And then we're going to play the Reavers for 2 and save the remaining energy. Daisy's going to go. Going to heal up from the healing she does on these attacks. But it shouldn't be that big a problem. So we're going to Surge and Reavers. We don't need to play Blood Quench, we've already got a Frenzy active. We're going to have Frenzy active into next turn as well because we've got Stagger. We're going to get a pin next turn though. Fortunately, our Reckless Charge comes out on one end. We take the risk of playing it. And it was a risk because we're quite low. We need to get some healing in now. Can't really afford to play it again here, but we're not pinned, so we're in a good position. Blood Quench, Surge of Strength, and that's a choice. We can play it now because it won't activate our ambush and upgrade and do the damage to us, and then Twin Strike to heal because it freed up that. And then we can Surge. Play to take the hit, we can't activate a Frenzy this turn, so it's a pass. Can't get pinned now though again. So we're free from pin. We activate our Frenzy. We can Reckless Charge it here. Because we can afford it, we're going to finish it this turn anyway. So we've got the surge. We don't really need to blood quench. And finish for a nice heal as well. We don't really need any of those. So bandit looter shouldn't be a problem. We're going to follow the trail. Let's see what Julius has got, I think. If we can find him. Gets Crimson Collector. So Surge of Strength and take the hit. Set up round. Get that stagger on us. Because that means our frenzied active. That's a blood quench. Could use it for the card draw yet. Slight shame that it drew Reckless Charge. We're going to use the frenzy activation. That slow is getting rather painful now. So yeah, I can't remember if this is the point when I used it. The ancient whetstone. Not yet, obviously. It seems. Right. So I'm gonna blood quench. Are we gonna use Reavers? No, we're gonna surge. And then Reavers, yeah. Might as well get that little tick of healing. It's not as though it's taking away any missing HP. So might as well play it. Right, need to play some energy. I'm gonna take the hit. And then Reavers. So Reckless Charge. Use Blood Quench, free up Twin Strike, and then Twin Strike. Reckless Charge again. Play those Surges, and then Reavers. We can't play the other Reavers and finish it off, unfortunately. And Reckless Charge. On my commands, a nice cheap make a basic attack card. So we'll pick that up to replace one of our Reavers. And let's have a look, see how far we are with levelling up. And we're going to go against the Bloodhound here. So we're going to use, I think it's the first time we've used Test of Faith, then the Surges, and then on my command for a single, just basic attack. So we're going to Reckless Charge here, might as well to get those upgrades. Get a nice achievement as well, Twin Strike for healing. Unfortunately we can't take the hit now, but we'll play another Reaver. Enemy's going to heal up a bit here, but it doesn't really matter. And we finished with Reckless Charge. Came out nice. And level up. And that was what we're looking for. Moves like Stagger. We're going to reroll the other talents, I think. Nope, I just take moves like Stagger. Because that's what I was after. And Forgiving Grace, that was one of the things I was after as well. Consecration, so-so, but Forgiving Grace is really what I'm after. Because we move like Stagger, heal whenever you spend red energy. Forgiving Grace gives you that bolster. stack that bolster up, and every time you heal, you gain more healing. So moves like Stagger really pays off with bolster. Let's talk to the talking tree. And free Julius. And we're going to have a look here. And this has got some nice cards that we're after. So we are looking for a rare purple card to transmute up. Unfortunately, we don't see one here. But what we do see is a Sanguine Surge, which is pretty nice. Battle Cry is nice as well. Stroke of Misery, Vision of Mercy, and Forgiving Grace, and they are all cards that are on our list to get. Vision of Mercy particularly so. So Stroke of Misery is nice because it inflicts Bane, as well as making a basic attack. Vision of Mercy is nice for the Charmed effect. And the trick there is to swap the upgrades off Reckless Charge onto the Vision of Mercy. Forgiving Grace is nice with that bolster. Also the Charmed it inflicts. Test of Face is our main way of getting gold energy at the moment though. We're going to change that soon though, hopefully. So we're going to take, Stroke of Misery, Vision of Mercy, leave Forgiving Grace for now, take a Sanguine Surge because it's energy and Frenzy activation. Cleave's a potential, but I think I'll pass on that. Yeah, we need to use that Ancient Whetstone soon. And then leave. And Bandit Looser. Okay, Sanguine Surge. It's nice Frenzy activation, extra energy. And we just take a look. And yeah, use the Ancient Whetstone because we want rid of it now. And heal up some with the basic attacks plus the Bane application. So take a bit of damage. We're going to Reckless Charge here. Okay, and the slowing us down quite a bit here, so just take the hit, just tank a little bit. Surge of Strength on my command, Reavers, just healing really. Just a Twin Strike here, we've got Frenzy active already. Keep healing up. And Reckless Charge, finish the enemy off, get upgrades, nice. So we could take another Blood Quench here, we'll look at Wolf Paint. But not really so much. So we pass. Okay, follow the trail. Opportunity. So I don't really want to risk anything here, so I just say sorry I can't help to the Lost Soul. And Shrine, unfortunately it's a Shrine of Balance, so plans are getting underway. We're going to swap the Reckless Charge upgrades onto the Vision of Mercy. There we go. 28 upgrades, inflict 29 charm, repeat for each of your gold energy. Here we go. So we're going to have to start over with the upgrades on Reckless Charge. Fortunately, he's got Evasion, so it won't help us this turn. We'll play the Surge. We could play Blood Quench to activate Frenzy. Can't play Vision of Mercy. So it's either heal or just pass. We're not going to get interrupted. Yeah, so just pass. Okay, so we can test of faith. It is a risk here. Activates our Frenzy there with Forgiving Grace. We get some bolster. And then Reavers, heal. We're just going to have to pass though now. Unfortunately, we'll get interrupted. That turn was less than optimal. I should have played the take the hit. So we can play Sanguine Surge. Strength. We play take the hit, even though I shouldn't have played it then because he didn't have any attack up. And then I think I'm tempted to Reckless Charge here and I shouldn't. Because he's got Evasion up. So yeah, I don't walk into the trap. Apply 30 charm, forgetting that it needs to be over their max HP, over their HP, not equal. Let's play the Surge. Blood Quench. Pass. Don't get interrupted. No interrupts up. So now, and Reckless Charge. Take the hit. Can't get interrupted now. We take the hit up. Yes, test of faith. Reavers to heal a bit. And then Vision Mercy just finish it off nicely. So if I take Throw Technique here, I'll change all my actions into ranged actions, but it won't affect the Make a Basic Attack cards. It will prevent evasion being a problem though. But we pass. So, Shrine of Mirrors. And of course, Vision Mercy is the target for that. But we're going to go to the Bandit camp first. And charge in. So, just looking. Blood Quench. Surge of Strength. Stroke of Misery. I consider Test of Faith here, but that means I couldn't Twin Strike. He's not going to steal the boss this turn, but he could steal it. So we're just going to Twin Strike now. Then end turn. Okay, so Reckless Charge. We'll take a little bit of damage. take the hit. We avoid no blessings to steal, but he wouldn't be able to steal any then anyway. So we get some energy with some surges, and then reavers, and then in turn. So surge, twin strike. To be fair, I think we realised somewhere here that we probably could have just finished this way earlier, but we're using the healing up, which we didn't really need because we're above max HP anyway, if I'd noticed. So yeah, considering whether or not we can afford a Forgiving Grace, we've not got a lot of gold energy generation at the moment, so I think we'll pass on it now. Yep. And then opportunity. We're not afraid of greed, so we'll just take the gold. Crimson Collector. So it took quite a while here analysing this hand, and in the end decided to go Stroke of Misery, Test of Faith and Forgiving Grace, which means that we're not going to get any charm applied this turn, but we're going to get some bolster. And then here, Surge, Blood Quench, Surge again, and that means we can play the Reavers and the basic attack card and the take the hit. So we take the hit, we're going to Reckless Charge, keep getting upgrades back on that even though we've swapped them off. Fresh round of upgrades and Twin Strike for 2 heals. Surges, Reaver, take the hit again. Okay. Sanguine Surge, we've all got Frenzy activated, but might as well play it. Energy. And then Reaver's healing. We could have played that differently, but yeah, went for what we did. So yeah, Reckless Charge, won't quite finish it off, but it'll get upgraded and finish with a Reavers. Could go Awaken Arsenal, but we're not really going at adaptations on this run, so that's just a pass. Blacksmith, we're going to upgrade our Vision of Mercy. And then Garvin. Reckless Charge, Surge of Strength, Twin Strike. He could have interrupted us there, but we didn't have any energy to take, so it's fine. Surge, Blood Quench. We're going to take the hit. Test of Faith. I wonder if this is where we realise that potentially I could have. Yeah, I'm not going to play Vision of Mercy because I think at the moment we're just going to. No, maybe I will. Okay. Okay. Sanguine Surge. Stroke of Misery. On my command, Reavers. We're slowly chipping him away. It's not quite at the point where we're winning fights easily. Blood Quench. Stroke of Misery, take the hit. I might have to go and do this again, actually. There's some interesting things in these packs that synergise together Infinitum and Synthisis, but play it without the holy this time perhaps. I've got some ideas on that. Okay. So yeah, he's landing some quite big hits there that normally would worry us, but because we're healing up so much max HP, don't really bother us. So we're going to Reaver there, and then end turn. So Surge of Strength, Twin Strike, Blood Quench, Surge on my command. You see how much we're healing for each time we play Reavers now, because even though we've still not recovered any HP closer to our max HP, yeah, he blocked it with Impervious there, that was a shame. Because we never recover that block of missing HP, we just push our max HP higher by however much we heal. We just constantly evade this one. Again, a shame. But we're going to go in and Reavers him. And we'll go on my command. Don't really need to take the hit at the moment. Take the hits kind of become a bit redundant. Now we've got moves like Stagger, because we're using moves like Stagger as Frenzy activation so much more often. Instead, take the hits just and mine a little nice defensive boost. It really does make me think though, this is where my idea comes in, of maybe I should try another run. Like I said, no holy, and just work on like Reaver's healing, moves like Stagger, Edicts of Life, and just stack myself with as much Stagger as possible because I'm constantly increasing my max HP. It's the only thing, getting Stagger on yourself is a little bit tricky. There's only so many ways you can do it. The biggest is take the hit. But yeah, see, 67 per Reavers now. While it's a long slogging match, we're not going to lose it for definite. Test of Faith, Forgiving Grace. The only thing is it's a slight shame on our thing. We can't really go for a Test of Faith, a Vision of Mercy victory here because of the chance of getting interrupted, which is a bit of a shame. So we just have to keep chipping away. Go Stroke of Misery, Twin Strike, Reavers, we're healing up 80 every time now. Yeah, we're not about to take the hit at the moment, we've got over 1000 HP. Fortunately we got interrupted though, maybe we should have taken the hit there to avoid the interrupt. We can't finish here. Test of Faith, Forgiving Grace, but unfortunately that's not going to help us. And then Sanguine Surge, Surge of Strength, Stroke of Misery. Blood Quench, we didn't really need it, we had Frenzy active anyway, but there we go, finally won it. So we're not really bothered about any of these rewards. Just pass. We are going to take the ill-gotten gains though. And then campsite, we're going to remove unupgraded Reavers. Alchemist, we're going to transmute a Greed, get a Sanguine Scrying. I think it actually took me, later in this run, I think it actually took me a while to remember that the Sanguine Scrying was where we're getting the bleeding from. So, Sanguine Scrying. Take the hit's a bit of a shame here because it's come out the wrong turn. We really needed it next turn. Then we could have taken the hit on his big cannon blast. We're just going to pass though. Save energy, can't interrupt us this turn. So, Blood Quench to draw. Get a Surge, which is unfortunate because we will at least play the ill-gotten gains. We're hoping for something else, but that means we've got energy to interrupt. So Reckless Charge for the upgrade. We're going to Sanguine Surge. Then Twin Strike. Fortunately we can get interrupted, so we're going to lose some energy here. Okay, Sanguine Scrying. Again, take the hit, came out on the wrong turn because it won't help us here. Surge, Stroke of Misery on my command. So he won't attack us this turn. It's just not his attack pattern. He's lined up an attack though here, but with a bit of luck, we'll finish this turn. Test of Faith? Yeah, no. Yeah, that frenzy activated. Well, actually, no, we had it activated. We had a stagger there, but it doesn't matter. Though we might only be half health, we're nearly full max health out of combat, to be fair. Stroke of Misery, Reavers, and it's finished. And we get in combat at full health. We don't take any of those rewards. Okay, so onto the Shrine of Mirrors, and we're going to use that to copy our Vision of Mercy. So now we've got two of those upgraded Visions of Mercy, which is very nice. And we'll go to the campsite and use it to remove a Reaver, one of the not upgraded ones yet. So now it's time to go to Brightcandle again. Okay, we're going to pick up the extra gold. I'm going to go to the merchant. And I mean, we could go Eternal Mitre, but we're not going Eternals this run. So preservation's not bad. The only thing is, it's hard to make it beneficial. We're always going to have stagger on us, so that's always an affliction we've got. But having more than one affliction is not guaranteed, so to make it come out on top, plus we want that stagger, we don't want it cleansing, so we're going to refresh anyway. And we're hoping for a rare purple card here, or a legendary purple card, but there isn't one. And yeah, I think we take Devour Vitality here, but it's not that helpful, to be honest. Aura Piety is interesting, but then again we're not a start turn deck, so Yeah, so we take the Devour Vitality. In the long run, it doesn't help us that much, but it's in the right decision in the moment. Then to the Blacksmith, and we're going to upgrade out of one of our Visions of Mercy. It doesn't matter which one, they're both the same at the moment. So, and then onwards, we're going to leave. And we're going to head to the Noxite Swamps. We're not going to try and kill Raffi the Ruble with this deck, so we're not going to the Ember Wilds. And on we go. The poison in this zone is nice for Frenzy activation. It's free Frenzy activation if we didn't already have that in the form of Stagger. But yeah. So, a Shrine straight off the bat. Evolution. We've got a Greed there, so I'm going to transform the Greed up. Another Sanguine's Grind is nice. So, opportunity. We're not. Are we bored out of random rare? I think my first instinct was we're not, but I took it and I got a rare purple card, which was really lucky. So, yeah. Blighted Warrior shouldn't be too difficult. We can't play Aura Divinity, unfortunately. Reckless Charge is there. I spotted it in time. And then Surge, and then we're going to make some Twin Strikes. So that's 2. And then on my command, that's another hit. And we don't need Blood Quench, but we play it, just draw a card. Now here's the thing. Surge, Surge, Test of Faith, Vision of Mercy, win. Battle Rage, normal won't be bad, but not really helpful for this deck, so pass. We're going to take the gold, that's another Greed. And then Opportunity, Tell the Book a Secret. It's an Envy, and it got its durable extra max HP, that's nice. So, do we want another random rare? I think at this point, because I've got the a purple rare card already, I didn't need it. But the Imps, we always take the Imps. Yeah. And then the Torn Cloth. Okay, so this guy might be slightly annoying. We'll just have to see how best we can cope with him. We're going to Test of Faith, Figuring Grace for the bolster, and then on my command, after the Sanguine Surge, which is a little bit of charm, a little bit of healing, boosted with the bolster. So we're going to Blood Quench, Sanguine Scrying, some Surges, Twin Strike, take the hit, revert, and unfortunately, we still not beat this enemy. Okay, Reckless Charge here for his upgrades. That's pretty nice. Now we could Infernal Racket thing, and we just finish with a Vision of Mercy that doesn't cost gold energy. I'm going to take Greater Intellect here, so for access to purple cards, and potentially access to Sacred Flame, which, spoiler, we don't get. Aura Conviction's nice though. So with Aura Conviction, whenever we get Zeal at the start of turn, and whenever we inflict Charm or Burning, it's increased by our Zeal. Okay, we're onto the Frog. I'm going to Surge. I mean, it's not too big a threat, but fortunately it's not got his big attack up. It's deadly attack. We can now play Aura Divinity, which we couldn't before, but we're not going to play it here. So we're limited to 5 actions this turn. We can Blood Quench, Surge. We'll do Twin Strike and Surge. Yes, we made a single attack, but we got a little bit of healing. Didn't necessarily need it, but it's worthwhile any healing you can get. So we're going to Stroke Misery. I should have spent that spent blue energy to play that, but here we go. We're just deciding because our cards are running down. We're going to test Faith. No. Yeah. Okay. And then Surge. We'll just stockpile energy for the next turn. Here we go. We've got Vision of Mercy. So we're going to Reckless Charge in. Sanguine Scry in. Now this I think might be where I make a mistake. So really, in retrospect watching this, I should have, I didn't beat it there, but I should have Reavers first. And yeah, I didn't realise I was dazed there, so I ended up letting this enemy off, essentially. But we're going to Stroke of Misery again. We're going to Sanguine Scry in, Imps, Blood Quench, or Conviction, Reckless Charge. We're going to Test of Faith. Nope. Yeah. We'll play that Surge. So we're going to take a fairly big hit here, but it doesn't matter because how much we can heal. So on my command, Twin Strike, and basically healed up as much as it did last turn to us. And then, yeah, it didn't really matter, but we played it, or Divinity. Let's play Surge, it means we're actually overcapped on energy. And then we play Vision of Mercy to finish, and then pass. Okay, on to the Noxite Shaman. We test a Faith here to play Aura of Conviction. As well see what it's like. I mean, the Zeal is another source of self-damage here, so we've got 2 sources of self-damage now. That'll become important later. Unfortunately, Reckless Charge wasn't an ambush there. We'll play Reckless Charge. So, yeah. We're going to Forgiving Grace for the bolster. The Reavers at blood cost. Imps on my command. And the enemy's already beaten, so that was quite nice. Really snuck up on me. Right, none of those. And we'll go on. So, have a look again. I think I'm looking at what we're trying to mute here, potentially. And the answer to that is we want to transmit the purple rare card or of Divinity up. So we get the Reckless Charge ambush off. This is probably the only one we're going to get against this enemy because it gets evasion. We'll play our Divinity just because we can there. It's not that helpful, I don't think we're getting that many blessings. So, Twin Strike. Vision Mercy, not that effective, but we used it, hey. So, Sanguine Scrying. We're gonna Surge of Strength. Stroke of Misery on my command. Nope. Sanguine Surge. Yes, you can kind of see how all the fights are becoming quite similar now. So here we can finish with Vision of Mercy if we really want. We didn't really need to do that, but So we'll pick up another Sanguine Scrying. Here we go, Alchemist. So we're going to change card to one of higher rarity and select Aura of Divinity. And there we go, that's what we're after, Aura of Resolve. So now, with Aura of Resolve, whenever we deal damage to ourselves, we get gold energy. And that's going to be our main source of gold energy now. So we've got 3 Sanguine Scryings already, and we're going to pick up some more using those sins. We need the surges less now. Blood Quench could probably get rid of. Yeah. So we're going to go to the merchant. We could take quick recovery here, but we're not going to bother, I don't think. Instead, we've already got 1 Forgiving Grace, but now we've got access to Aura of Resolve. Another Forgiving Grace is pretty good. So, Festering Shamelet. Here we go. So we missed the chance to play Reckless Charge there. But yeah, you can see how we're getting lots and lots of gold energy. Stroke of Misery. Get those Forgiving Graces out. Unfortunately, we can't play Reckless Charge here. We're going to pass. We're going to take a fairly hefty hit here. Doesn't matter though, because we should be pretty good at healing back up. So we're going to start with Forgiving Grace. Reavers. Yeah, we just have to spend some blue on my command. Take the hit. So we bought that big attack. Take half the damage it would have done. We don't really need a surge here. We're going to Twin Strike. Got a Surge. Test of Faith. And then Vision of Mercy. And then pass on those. So we've got a Shrine. Evolution, so we're going to transform us in. We're going to pick Envy because it's more worrying to us. And another Sanguine Scrying. Onto the Blacksmith, we're going to upgrade our most upgraded Vision of Mercy. And then Straylight Familiar. Okay, so Aura of Resolve. We didn't really need the healing for that either, but we've got Poison Activation, which then gives us some gold energy. So we can play, I can't remember what it's called now, Aura of, I don't know. Anyway, we're going to finish that quite easily with Vision of Mercy. So you can see how this is now come online. We're not going to take any of those rewards, and on we go. We'll just look if there's something we can get rid of. Test of Faith's not really helping as much as it was. Yeah, Devour Vitality. This is where we start to think, was Devour Vitality worth it? Take the hit. Less useful now. So yeah, we're just deciding what cards we don't want anymore. Okay, onto the campsite. Devour Vitality. Yep, gone. Waste of 40 gold, but it's the right thing to do in the moment. Okay, so Aura Resolve. Sanguine Scrying. That gives us gold energy. We can play a Surge or a Conviction. On my command, Twin Strike, healing up nicely. Okay, it's Infernal Racket. Vision of Mercy. Easy, and there's an achievement. Okay, the Lost Ranger. We're going to go. Now we do spot the Reckless Charge this time. We're going to go Aura Resolve. Fortunately, we can't get Aura Conviction out. So end turn. So we've got some nice Sanguine Scryings. It's nice because those give us gold energy every time now as well. Now this is where a little bit of healing before we commit to the win on this, and then we finish. Vision Mercy. Blood for Blood's pretty nice, but not sure we need it, so we pass. And Campsite, we're going to remove a Surge of Strength and Stray Light, so I think this is the last one before Bolgart. Okay, we're going to play Aura Conviction. Sanguine Scryings are nice. Surge Strength. Reaver for healing. And then Vision of Mercy, just finish it. Nice and easy. So yeah, we don't want another Blood Quench. Here we go, use Weapon Power just to heal up before the boss. Yeah. So Bolgart. Question is, can we out heal Bolgart? So Aura Resolve, Sanguine Scrying, Blood Quench, let's just play Forgiving Grace, and Aura Conviction, and we get some basic attacks in. So that's a little bit of healing, a little bit of charm. Take a fairly hefty hit, but here we go, we're going to Reckless Charge to start. Sanguine Scrying, see that nice gold energy stock up. Forgiving Grace, Reavers, Vision of Mercy, and easy. Not quite a level up. So consider Consecration here. It's quite nice with some of those hefty upgraded basic attacks. We'll take that, add it to our deck. Because burning stacks quite nicely with charm, because it's piercing damage, so it doesn't break your charm. Okay, so on to another fight. We're going to get Consecration or Conviction both in play this turn, I think. We're going to Vision of Mercy first, and then turn. Going to double its health. But here we go. So Reckless Charge, Sanguine Scrying, Infernal Racket, Forgiving Grace, Reavers to heal a bit, on my command to heal, and then Vision of Mercy and Slain. And there we go, level up. So Objection, no. Strategist, maybe. Tough Bones, maybe. We're not really going for anger, so Thunder God's Blessing, no. Further, so. Magical Aptitude, no. So out of those, yeah, Tough Bones, fair enough. And we're going to pass on those, we're not really adapting weapons. So now it's time to leave, and we're going to go to the Temple of the Pyre here. Just considering what our route's going to be, but I've already looked ahead and seen where I took this route. So just considering the charm's not very good against Viola. So yeah, we've not got burn for her either. Probably didn't want to take on Serena, So we'll go to the Temple of the Pyre. And a Pyrite Acolyte to start. So that's quite a nice hand. Aura of Resolve, Sanguine Scrying, Aura of Conviction, Surge of Strength, got a Reckless Charge on my command, take the hit. Now, yeah, we did bought something with the take the hit, that's quite nice. So, yeah, Blood Quench for draw, Infernal Racket. Now Forgiving Grace is nice. Sanguine Scrying, Forgiving Grace again. So yeah, you can really see how the self-healing starts stacking up. So Reavers, now Sanguine Surge, and if we test a Faith, we get quite a bit of healing for spending all the red energy. Nice full hand of gold energy. So Stroke of Misery. Consecration. To be fair, we're messing about a bit more than we need to. We don't really need to do this. We could just Vision of Mercy as we did there. So yeah. Right. Opportunity. Ambush. So yeah, another Acolyte. So we're going to go Aura Resolve, Sanguine Scrying. It's that thing, as long as we get a something that hurts us in our first hand, we can get that Aura of Conviction out. We can't play the Vision of Mercy this time. So Reckless Charge, it's blocked with the Impervious, unfortunately. We can get those Forgiving Graces out. Play all those Blood Cost cards. On my command. Test of Faith. Nice full gold energy bar. Okay. Yeah, Sanguine Scrying. Twin Strike for a bit of healing. And we actually finished it without needing Vision of Mercy. Guidance is not needed at this point because we've got so much gold energy generation. And is there something we want to hand over? This is just a nice opportunity to get rid of something we didn't want anymore. Yeah, Blood Quench wasn't really helping, it was just card draw really. Yeah, it's gold energy, but we've got plenty of cards that generate us gold energy. Sanguine Scryings mostly. So we're having a look, just see what we want to transmute, if anything. Consecration's a maybe, but really it's but anyway, it's Memorize instead. So Memorize a Sanguine Surge. It's nice extra energy on the first turn, because it's 2 red and a gold essentially now. And then we're going to imbue. We'll go for Aura of Conviction, so that's 1 less gold energy we did on turn 1. Plus it's Zeal on turn 1, which is more access to Frenzy activation. So opportunity, we'll take some gold. Opportunity, pick a flower, we're going to give it to Bolgar, and we're going to use it to Memorize a Sanguine Scrying, so that's extra energy and extra card to draw on turn 1. And there's nothing really there we want, so just going to refresh. And end turn. Opportunity. I'm going to prepare an extra meal because we've got int on this class, on this warrior. So Alchemist, and it's just going to be change Greed into another Sanguine Scrying. Nice. Here's the thing, we've got a Shrine of Chaos there, so we've got some Shrines of Chaos in this canto. Pyrite Martyr, that is one I always avoid. Now this is a bad combat to go up against, so we're going to go to the campsite. We're going to remove... We're holding on to that Surge at the moment, just in case we get the axe. We're going to get rid of... take the hit because it's not really pulling its weight anymore. So yeah, we're just going to take this guy on alone, the Pyrite Lancer. So, Aura of Resolve, Sanguine Surge, Sanguine Scrying. This is the thing, Test of Faith, Vision of Mercy, it's all over. Easy. Don't want Barbarism. Yeah, we'll pass on that. Right. Acolyte, let's go. So you can see how the decks come online now. It's that thing, it's a bit tricky. Can't always guarantee you're going to get a turn 1 Vision of Mercy. Test of Faith is still proving pretty useful because it's changes all our energy to gold. Nice full bar of gold energy means that we can land a big hit with Vision of Mercy. Big loads of charm. We can Forgiving Grace. Use Reavers to heal a bit. And the Surge to heal, and then Vision of Mercy to finish. So, Firelighter, Ghislaine, Aura of Resolve, Sanguine Surge. Yes, we've got a basic attack stop this turn. We can still use Twin Strike though, and then in turn. So yeah, she's turned one of our blessings into burning. We'll use a potion just to get rid of it. Vision of Mercy, and defeat. Or victory, I should say, for us, from our point of view. Defeat for the enemy. Right, Blacksmith. Yeah, no. Yeah, we're going to upgrade that Vision of Mercy again. Now we're going to spend the cage first. Right, so we're going to solve the puzzle here. You can see, because I'm playing on Steam, I'm getting all the achievements that I haven't got on Steam yet. Right, we're going to attack the Dawnbringer. Here we go. So I can't remember if this was a slogging match or not. I've got a feeling it was. Yeah, Forgiving Grace for the bolster. Reavers. Use those Sanguine Scryings. Forgiving Grace. Sanguine Scrying. Forgiving Grace. Surge. Test of Faith. Vision of Mercy. Nope, actually easier than I thought. A plus 30 upgrade. Vision of Mercy is just so nice. So we're going to spare him. Don't think it actually mattered at all in the run, but we are merciful. Right, so this is where I think it's too big a risk to do a shuffle all shuffle upgrades, but it's not completely out of the question to do a shuffle all energy costs. Oh, so we didn't upgrade there. I think we thought we'd already got enough upgrades on that. We didn't shuffle. Could have done potentially, but I think we're quite happy. We've got plenty of gold energy generation. I think if it'd potentially mess us up if something had gone blue or red that we didn't want. Right, so we're going to heal up there, because we're not bothered about removing anything about them. And we're going to go to the Thorn Wind Pass. Okay, so opportunity. And we're going to leave the crates to get Julius to give us a discount. And then let's see what Julius got to offer straight away. Now Burning Resolve's pretty nice. Vitalise is kind of good. We're going to buy Burning Resolve. Battle Vents is pretty nice too. So we get Battle Vents too. Opportunity. Continue. Could be healthier. And we'll take on the Wildscar Battle Seer before the Frozen stacks up in this zone. So Aura Resolve. And I think I probably, as I probably normally do, forget several times to make sure I've got spare cards in this zone. So yeah, anyway. So quite a hefty hit. That might be a worry on some other classes, but not so much on this one. Yeah, we're going to get Consecration out. We're going to Forgiving Grace. We're going to Bolster. Stroke of Misery. Twin Strike. Getting that Burden and that Charm up. Yeah, we'll take another Forgiving Grace. Okay. Opportunity. We're not bothered about this, so we just leave. We've not got anything to change it to Sangre's Grind at the moment. Just going to Weapon Power. And then follow the trail here. I'm not sure if this is the run where I did an awful waste of gold in a little bit. We'll see. So we can't get any of our big imbues off here because we don't have the gold energy. We've not got our Resolve in play. So we're going to use Sanguine Surges here anyway. With Battle Vents, that's quite nice because whatever we do to ourselves we can heal back up afterwards. We've got to make sure we've got a little bit of blue or red energy. Now that was probably a mistake because we probably run to that red energy later. We're going to bolster Sanguine Scrying. Imps. Now yeah, we can play Battle Vents for gold energy, but we're going to Sanguine Scry first. Forgiving Grace for more healing. Reckless Charge. On my command. Reaver. Forgiving Grace. So yeah, make sure to spend gold for Battle. It is a bit, but at this point it is a bit of a waste. But yeah, we get Battle Vents, heal up nicely. That's still a fairly hefty heal, to be fair. Twin Strike, and it's all over. Level up. So, Starlight Dance, not spending blue very much. Craftsman's pretty good. Creativity, so. Focused infusion, sorry. That is very nice. Will we roll one of them? Strategist, yeah. We'll go Focused Infusion and we'll select our highest Vision of Mercy. So there we go. Okay, so onto the Azure Giant. And of course Aura Resolve. Don't know if we managed to get that imbued later. Put Sangran Scrying. Now, the thing is we don't have enough gold energy really to make Vision of Mercy work here. The enemy's got too much HP. So just get a bit of health back where we can. We're going to go Consecration here. A little bit of Charm. So upgrading that Reckless Charge still. May or may not have the chance to yet get the effect of that. So they're Burning Resolve in play before playing a basic attack card to get the Burning Off Healing, and stacking our Forgiving Graces for bolster, and then Twin Strike for even more healing. And then we'll spend all our red energy for even more healing, plenty of gold energy into the next turn. We've got a nice amount of burning on the enemy now. Just having a look, check how much experience we've got before the next level up. Hoping for that Sacred Flame, hopefully, but yeah. So here we could just finish with Vision of Mercy. We're going to Battle Vents. No, we don't need to. Already above max HP, and I think that's the same thing I saw when I was doing this run. So yeah, pass on those rewards, and on we go. Just check in. Now, no, it's not yet. At least, yeah, we're gonna go and fight Caius. So over Resolve, Sanguine Surge. We're drawing those cards, getting that gold energy. So we're gonna Reckless Charge for a bit of damage. Yeah, so Caius is not really a problem to us. He does inflict silence, but it doesn't bother us because we're not using magic actions. So it's whether or not we Twin Strike here or don't bother Twin Striking, but we use Test of Faith and Vision of Mercy. Now we could take another Vision of Mercy, and the thing is how many upgrades from the Reckless Charge or basic attack we could swap onto it. But without getting a shrine, it's not worth it. It's probably better to copy it if we get the chance. So we're going to head on. I'm going to the Frozen Pyre. This is an opportunity to remove a card if we don't want it. We don't have to, but yeah. And I decided to remove Reckless Charge at this point. Didn't think it was providing us value. There was a small chance we could. We're going to imbue Burning Resolve, nice because of the healing. We don't really need to imbue or Resolve necessarily because first turn, play it and all that. But yeah. Reckless Charge, we're upgrading it, but we weren't getting it ambushed that often because of the Sanguine Surges, and so it wasn't really upgrading all that much. And yes, it was healing us. No, sorry. It was getting upgrades on it, but we had to swap it before the end of the run, so yeah, that was it. So we could take another battle events here, but we're just going to pass. We've got plenty of self-healing. So I think here we go into the Frozen Heart, I think. Nope, not yet. Okay. I can't remember if I'm trying to get... I might be trying to get a fire action before we go there so we can get the... I don't think I've got a fire action on my deck at the moment. So we can get the Frozen Heart enchantment. So I'm just deciding what to do here. We're not going to get the enough on Vision of Mercy, so we're going to go... We went for the Bolster, Surge, and then Vision of Mercy. So Consecration. I don't know if I need to keep reading all of these out as I play them, but you see how the combination of healing from our Reavers and inflicting burning with Burning Resolve and Charm from stuff like Vision of Mercy and Forgiving Grace is taking the enemies down quite quickly. So I'm actually doing the voiceover for this several months after, well, not several months, a couple of months maybe after recording this, at least a few weeks, because I've been recording on and off a little bit and that, and just not got around to editing any of it. So yeah, but I finally got around to listening to this one and then realised that actually my sound settings on the video weren't ever so good. I had the music up too high, and my voice wasn't loud enough on the recording. So it was like, okay, right, you can put the video volume up, then the music is too loud. So I am editing over all this with footage, with voice recording after the fact, which I was going to try and not do, but it didn't work out. So anyway. Yes, that combo of Test of Faith, Vision of Mercy. Yes, Test of Faith isn't really generating our gold energy anymore, but being able to turn all our energy to gold energy before playing a plus 62 or a plus 29 Vision of Mercy is really nice. So we're going to go into the Frozen Heart now, I think. Yeah. So here we go against Hildoon. So far, fairly standard. Getting that bolster. Vision of Mercy is not going to do enough yet. We will play it though. Any chance better than none. It's not far off, I think actually, not quite enough there. Yeah, I didn't quite knock it down enough. But this really should put her in that danger zone. And there we go. Charm victory. We don't want Shield Master really. Collector so-so. Inoculation, probably not. Arcane Transfusion. We don't want to overuse our max HP. Yeah, just Collector, it's just a small bonus. Now Radiant Recovery is not bad, but it's not piercing damage. and so that's going to counter our charm effects. So yeah, it's a pass on that. Now join me right after the end of one session and onto the start of the next one. So yeah, what you saw previous was the first recording session I did on this. This is the second one, so just picking up my run, just recapping everything before I start. And on we go to the Frozen Pyre. Just double check to see if there's something I want to get rid of here. So fairly happy with the deck, so we're just going to leave everything as it is. And take on Gorn. Okay, so he has the opportunity to prevent us from doing any damage to him with his Frozen, but that won't prevent our burning and our yeah, so here we can potentially test effect, but then we'll be able to battle vent. In the worst case, it is swap onto our Vision of Mercy. I'm not sure if that's what happens, but we'll get rid of battle vent and then test of faith, because that'll refund at least as much. Now Vision of Mercy seems first. Okay, that may not have been the right move there, but yeah. But yeah, he can't evade our Burning and Charm, even if he can evade our direct damage. But we're not a direct damage deck, really. Yeah, so it's not too much a concern to us. It's the thing, because we are a Blessing deck, really, even though we don't seem like it. We're just very low stacks of a lot of different Blessings instead of any big stack of one. And there we go. Another Charm win. So again, we're not really melee actions. Perseverance not so much, so that's just a pass. I think I'm explaining Perseverance again. It's about the fact that I did in the previous session, but I'd probably forgot at this point. Okay, so we're going to get the Aurora Prism. And we're going to take on the Hunter. Just get as much goals and experience as we can. I'm a completionist at heart. Right, so we got a deck shuffled, so we didn't get... there we go, Aura Resolve. We got quite lucky there, because we didn't get it out into our first hand. Sanguine Surge is so nice with this deck because it's free energy every time you play it. Get that extra 1 gold energy. Okay, I think I'm looking if there's anything I want to transmute. We're going to shuffle upgrades. It's a bit of a risk. I think I was hoping, yeah, that would paid off though, because it's swapped. There's the Reavers in there, but it swapped the 62 onto the Vision of Mercy. That only cost 1 gold and kept the 29 on the other one. So there was some risk there. Could have gone off badly, but it worked out. It worked out. think at this point we're deciding that the Surge of Strength is no longer helpful, because we're not going to be upgrading basic attacks with the Health Forged Axe, and we're not bothered at it either, so it's just we'll leave it. We're going to use the opportunity to buy cards. I don't remember taking anything here though. I might alter the Sanguine Surge, possibly. We're not a berry deck, so yeah. We don't really need the energy from Sanguine Surge, we've just got such great energy generation as it is. I know it's mostly gold, but it works for most of what we're using it for. There is a potential to just take Aura of Purity as a free legendary card, but I don't think I do. And then we're going to leave, we're not going to bother with the Alchemist. And go to the Obsidian Gardens. So, yeah, the statues of Ilfar are a bit of a pain to deal with, but because we're a charm burning deck, they're not so much an issue. And we could just use the imps to ignore the mind control there. So we've got to give something up here. Healing Potion's perfect candidate. We just got it, we didn't really need it. So the Blackroot Dryad. I don't think we're ever going to imbue that aura of resolve. So I think here we're just trying to work out what our best move is. Okay, we're saving as much gold up as energy up as possible before, and then play Forgiving Grace at the end of the turn for the big charm. Just gonna get the Forgiving Graces off early here, and then just win like that. We don't need any more Forgiving Graces, or we don't need Blood Quench. Okay, we're going to deal. What can we get? Angelic Choir is not really going to work for us. Avatar Blight, no. Savagery, not so bad, not so bad. That's probably the best option there. Okay. So, we really want to get our Resolve in play first. Then we can go Aura Prism. Technically we could have done that the other way around, but it didn't really matter. That's going to limit our energy, we're going to have to end turn there. To be honest, does the Aurora Prism give us all that much? It gives us some healing at the start of turn. We're not triggering start of turn repeatedly or anything like that, so it's not that big a deal. So I think Test of Faith here and just focus on the victory. We got another achievement there. Don't need any of those. Okay, a shrine. And it's a Shrine of Binding. And I think here, I know what I'd do now. I think it's what I did then. Test of Faith. Yeah, so having Test of Faith ready to just be able to play Battle.net events. Okay, we're going for the extra card instead. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I guess I thought that Test of Faith was not as impactful. So here, this enemy we have to be a little bit cautious of. if it gets a big attack and its big attack does a portion of its max HP, or its current HP I should say, and it's kind of scary normally. It's going to get its big attack up next. We're not doing an awful lot of damage, so there is every chance it gets that big attack off. Which it does. And there you go, it's like quite a lot of HP gone. Normally that'd be something to worry about, but honestly we've got so much HP, it was a little concern. Not none, but little. Okay, so Blackroot Vine. This is the thing here, I can keep shuffling, but there is the potential to lock myself out of being able to play Vision of Mercy, which I did. Perhaps not the biggest thing, but I could have ended it. No, maybe not, not sure. Possibly if I played it right, but yeah, it don't matter. So here we go, we're just going to finish it. And we didn't heal, well, we did a heal up to full actually. I didn't think we'd heal up to full, but we healed up nicely there. Yeah, but just that combo of bolster plus the tick healing of moves like stagger is a great combo. We're not going for the victory this turn. We're just going for stacking that bolster. So yeah. We're just going to finish it. So, yep, that's what it's all about. This deck, just big upgraded Vision of Mercy and get a load of gold energy and just charm the foe. So we're on to the next Statue of Ilfar, and he might have the ability to evade our damage at times, but he can't evade our charm, so sometimes it's an awful lot of actions in a turn for not much progress on actually beating the enemy, but other times doesn't matter quite as much, because then you hit them with one like that and just finish them in one turn. So Devotion don't need strength in numbers, bit too late for. Fortuitous, 500 gold's nice but not essential, so probably Fortuitous at the moment. Forge Mastery, no, we're not adapting cards. Insatiable Curiosity is a potential. I think that's, yeah, Insatiable Curiosity. We'll just take those extra 2 cards around. So So Savagery is quite nice there because it allowed us to play more cards by giving us red energy back, which is where the Aurora Prism comes in because it's increasing our damage. So here we're just going for stacking that gold energy before we go for Vision of Mercy. Get a bit of healing, that's what we're going for first. And then we're going to get that. Now we've kind of locked ourselves out, we're going to have to... There we go though. Yeah, so again, we're not taking any of those. And we'll just have a look to see if there's anything we want rid of here. The answer's not really. I think even the basic attack we've upgraded is worthwhile keeping. Let's see if there's any cards we want to buy. Yeah, so a 0 cost legendary just gives to the collector for a free talent. May as well. Conjurer, so. It's a small upgrade on our basic attacks. I think we're just looking to see, yeah, how much we've got, whether we'll get another talent or not before we go to the last few bosses. So far we haven't seen the big talents we wanted to see. It doesn't mean it's bad, it just would have been nicer to have seen them. So yeah, this one is more a slogging match, I think, if I remember rightly, because of Ilfar's days. The self-inflicted bleed is not nice either on this fight, I think, if I remember rightly. Okay, no it wasn't. I'm thinking of a different fight. Our Shard of Divinity is pretty good with all the divine energy we're spending. Can't guarantee we'll get it out, but we've got the gold energy and spending the gold energy to make it worthwhile. So I think we're just going to pass by the... Do we shuffle here? No, we just leave, don't risk it again. And remember, as a second Sangran's Grain, yeah, that's good opening hand. We're way off levelling up, so we're just going to leave. And here we're selecting our choice of boss. It's going to be Dante. So, our resolve. Let's start dealing that self damage to get gold energy. Yeah, so I think I'm just deciding whether to test a faith or not there. So yeah, this is the start of the point of the turn where the energy starts to dry up a bit. We have got red energy back, which is nice. So that's scary normally. Less so here, not completely, not scary, but less so here because of our self-healing. I'm just watching, we have got a fear effect on us. quite enough yet. Dominated into winning. So we're going on to the spine now. Okay, so the usual So yeah, would have been nice to be able to finish that in one turn, but didn't. I don't know if there was a way I could have there. I can't really work back the sequence in my mind. Too much stuff going on. But yeah. Anyway, we won by charm there. Okay. And final for the spine of the night. So, first time facing it on the Steam. It's going to be pretty standard to start with. This is going to be a longer fight. A bit more of a slogging match because just because of the spine's health. Overcoming that much health is going to take us a little bit of time. So not a bad first round. And that's the spine's turn. Didn't really do a lot to us, which is nice. Nothing to be complained about there. That was our first Sing getting added to our deck. Not quite sure what it was. Might have been a Forgiving Grace. Yeah, so we're getting those heals in. Just deciding what to do here. Vision of Mercy, I think. Test of Faith, because it's at least one extra energy plus a whole load of buffs. Blessings. So I'm not quite sure where the Jinx came from there on the spine. So anyway, we're going to carry on getting that bolster. Because when we've got that bolster effect from, well, the effect of Forgiving Grace, it means all the healing we're doing is charm, which is extra charm. And for most of the fights, the Visions of Mercy have been enough, but with this, It's that bit helpful if we have the extra effects of our healing too. Yeah, so we've really got that burning stacked up now. It's not brilliantly fast. It wouldn't be a Raphael the Reborn killer, I don't think, but possibly with the right talents. If you've got Lionheart or something like that, possibly. But that's just amazing anyway for a Reaver's deck, and even more so if you've got Edict of Life. Okay, so we're getting up there. It's going to be a bit yet. Our rally's coming into effect. She's got some rally there. It's healing us and putting more burning on the spine at the same time. There's a twin strikes pinned here, so it's just a case of what do we want to do. We're going to get some big Vision of Mercy out. Still not quite enough. We've passed halfway though, in terms of charm on the spine. When you count the burning and the lost health as well, it's actually well over halfway. It's like 3/4, and there we go. So that's it. Thanks for watching.